A government shutdown in 2023 is a very real possibility in the United States. With a growing divide between the political parties, it seems unlikely that Congress can come to a consensus on spending. Government shutdowns are disruptive and expensive for the government and the nation as a whole. It often means that essential government services are reduced or suspended, which can potentially have serious impacts. In order to prevent a shutdown from happening in 2023, Congress must clearly agree on spending and the national budget. The current financial state of the country might also make it difficult to reach an agreement. In the past, government shutdowns have been caused by the inability of both sides of the aisle to reach an agreement. It is clear that both parties are more divided than ever, which could make a compromise difficult. The most recent government shutdown lasted for 35 days in 2018 and caused many government employees and contractors to be without pay. It should not be taken lightly and is something that should be avoided if possible. The failure to reach an agreement could lead to a suspension of services, including Social Security and passport services. All of these vital services could be affected if a shutdown were to occur. Another factor to consider is the federal government's debt. This could potentially be a point of disagreement between the parties, further exacerbating the chances of a government shutdown. In addition to the current financial landscape, a government shutdown in 2023 could also be affected by the upcoming presidential election. The current administration might have a difficult time coming to a consensus with a new Congress. The public debt ceiling has been increased several times since 2013 and it is unlikely to be raised again. This could be a further point of contention between the two parties when deciding on a budget. In order to avoid a government shutdown in 2023, Congress must agree on the budget and come up with a spending plan for the nation. It will take a large amount of cooperation and compromise from both sides of the aisle. Another issue that could potentially interfere with a shutdown is the fact that the federal budget is on a 2-year cycle. The current budget is only supported until the end of 2021, which may lead to complications when making plans for the future. With the threat of a government shutdown looming large, both parties must work together in order for it to be avoided. The willingness of the administration and Congress to cooperate will be a key factor in deciding the likelihood of a shutdown in 2023. If a government shutdown does occur, it will have severe consequences for the country. Essential services could be suspended and government employees could be without pay. A government shutdown in 2023 is possible, but it can be avoided. The willingness to compromise on both sides will be paramount if a shutdown is to be prevented. The economic implications of a shutdown could be disastrous, leading to a decrease in government spending and a decrease in public confidence. It is important that all sides are on the same page and come to an agreement soon. It is unclear what the future holds for the country, but a shutdown in 2023 is a clear possibility. Both parties must work together if they are to reach an agreement. The breakdown between the two parties during the 2018 government shutdown can be a valuable lesson for the future. It is clear that both sides must cooperate and compromise if a shutdown is to be avoided. The upcoming presidential election is sure to have an impact on the situation, and it is likely that the budget negotiations will become more complex. The parties must come together in order for an agreement to be reached. It is important to remember that the government shutdown of 2018 had a major financial impact on the country. If a shutdown is to occur in 2023, it will be even more serious due to the nation's current financial state. A government shutdown is a serious issue and should be avoided at all costs. The success of both parties in coming to an agreement will be the deciding factor in avoiding a shutdown in 2023. It is important to remember that a government shutdown will have severe consequences for the country and its citizens. Essential services and government employees' salaries could be affected if a shutdown were to occur. It is essential to realize that a government shutdown will have an economic impact on the country. It could lead to a decrease in government spending, which could have lasting effects. If a government shutdown does occur in 2023, it will have to be avoided for future years. The two parties must come to an agreement in order to prevent a shutdown from occurring again. The decision to avoid a government shutdown in 2023 must take all factors into account, including the economic conditions of the country and the current political situation. It is important to note that avoiding a shutdown will require cooperation between the two parties. It will take compromise and understanding in order to come to an agreement.